Hello, fellow RVers. This is Sid here, and I'm getting my trailer out of storage so we can go on our trip, which we're leaving this weekend. And our first stop is going to be Vegas. So today we're going to just take this out of storage and get things ready for the trip. So I usually like to get this out a few days beforehand so we can fill up propane and flush the water system and get everything ready and going and make sure it's all working. Don't want to have any problems while on the road. So, all right, see you a little bit later. Okay, now I have the trailer home and we can now get to work on getting it all prepared for our big trip. So next thing to do on our list is to make sure our propane tanks are full, and if not, top them off. Okay. So I just filled this propane tank, and so what I do is there's a lever on this valve here, and I flip it to the other one, the opposite tank of the one I filled. This way it draws off of this one first. This way when I go to fill the tanks, I know which one is going to be empty and which one's still going to be full. So this one here will be the one that it's going to draw off of, and then this full tank becomes my backup. So this tank was still full from the last trip. The other thing you need to do is to make sure that the batteries are full of water. So you should use only distilled water, which you can get at the store, supermarket. It's cheap. It's less than $1 a gallon, but it's pure water. It's distilled. There are no additives in it. And that's what you would use to fill each of the cells in the batteries. So I'm going to take a look at. If you do get some on your hands, you'll need to wash them, because that is acid. And you can see they need a little bit of water. So that's what I'm going to do now. All right. All right. I'm just going to carefully pour water in each cell. Careful not to overfill them. Just to the bottom of the ring. Alright, now one of the other things I do is I took the anode rod out of the hot water tank. See how it gets eaten away over time. This protects your tank from getting deposits on it. So I got a brand new one, and new anode. These are for the Suburban water heaters. Other brands may not use these, then they have an aluminum tank, but this is a stainless steel tank, and so that's why you have to have the anode rod. Now probably what we should do at this point is to flush the tank too. I'm going to take a garden hose and run it up in the tank and let it run out. Hopefully it'll take out some of the stuff that has settled to the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to flush out the tank, the hot water tank. Open the pressure relief valve. This way air will come out through the top and we'll fill the tank up with fresh water. And there we go. so this is the bad rod. And it's not, it could have gone a while longer. This is 2 years old, and contaminants in the water eat away at the rod rather than leaving deposits all over the tank. So need to replace it with the same part and make sure that they're the same length, because there are some that are longer, and this one is the correct one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the plumbing tape on the threads to help seal it. And hopefully we're going around in the right direction. Pull that tight. Get that in there. Alright, got that started. And then we'll tighten that down. I don't have the right size socket. You can get the right socket for these, but I'm going to use a wrench. So. But that's basically it. And then we fill the tank. So another part of the preparation is making sure that our tires are okay, that there's no sidewall cracking, and that treads are good and not worn out, that the tires are properly inflated, and also make sure that all the lug nuts are tight. So I also want to point out that these tires are ST. That marking means they're rated for trailers only, and maximum speed with them is 65 miles an hour. You go beyond that, you risk a blowout, and that's not good. So always, before departing, check your lug nuts, make sure they're tight, the tires properly inflated, and you should be good to go. Part of my preparation with the trailer is to get the refrigerator going. I turn on the propane and turn on the fridge. So this way it's all up and running. I like to do this the day before we load it up. It gives time for the refrigerator to come up to temperature. Of course, I've already started loading in all the essentials, like our beer and wine. And this refrigerator is running like 36 degrees, so that's perfect. Something that helps speed up the process is this fan. Place it in the bottom, it continuously runs, and it helps circulate the air through the refrigerator